Hey guys, and welcome. My name is NG Paradox, and we're here in 2024 with the Romans, otherwise known as Bath City, currently sat in League 1. Last year, obviously, was a very good season for us. The first season in League 1, we were able to come 7th. That is a grand achievement. I don't know why my facilities have no rating. I don't think that's true. I think they should have a 1-star each, but okay, probably just something to do with the skin or something. Probably just a little bug. But we're now going to start our second season in League 1. This is the first day, the first match of the season, and a lot of things have gone on, of course. You could probably already see a few changes here and there. So we're going to go through the changes today. A lot of the backroom staff have mostly stayed the same. We had a really good backroom staff, one of the best in League 1, if I remember correctly. So we've managed to build up quite a good bit of staff, but obviously transfers are the thing you guys are going to want to be looking at. I'm going to tell you right now, transfers this year, probably one of the hardest transfer seasons I've had since we got promoted to the league in 2019. No, I guess 2020, sorry. Our first season in the league was very difficult. Hard to attract players in. We had some money, but we just don't have the reputation. And this season was very similar. We have lots of money. Some of it taken out of my hands. We'll talk about it in a bit. But it was really difficult this season to actually bring in players that I wanted. We had the money and stuff, but we just couldn't attract them. And this is probably the worst transfer season I've had since since that first season we got into the Football League. That's just my opinion. Maybe you guys will disagree, but that's what I think. Also, it's not just a new season, but we're also going to be changing how, or should I say, when we upload videos. Obviously, this series has gone on for a long time now. We're getting close to episode 100, which is amazing. You know, when I first started this series, it was just going to be a normal kind of bottom to the top series, but we loved Bath so much, we just stuck with Bath the whole way, and we've managed to get them to really close to getting to the championship, I feel like. And I know we can definitely get them to the championship. We can at least do that. So I want to get there, and I want to get there as quickly as possible, because I do want to start other ideas and series in Football Manager, and I do want to move on to FM 18. We are on, obviously, FM 18. This is FM 17. It's not as popular, obviously. New people aren't going to find this series and stuff, so I do want to kind of move on to FM 18 and start a series similar to this one. But that means this one has to end. So I don't want to end yet, though. Don't take me wrong, we're not ending this series yet. I just love this save so much. I want to see it to the end. You know, either I get fired, or we get, relegated or something. That would be the end, but so far we've not got relegated. I was thinking last season in League 1, if we got relegated back to League 2, might have had to have ended it there just because it was going to be a struggle again. But we haven't. In fact, we've done really well. So I don't want this series to end. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be changing the format. Normally, every part will be the first of every month during the season, and that way you guys are going to get about 10 or 11 parts each season. But this season, we're going to change it from now on. It's going to be every 3 months. So that means there'll probably be about 4 parts. So that means, the first match of the season, then we'll come back in December. Then we'll come back, I guess, in December, January, March. I guess we'll probably start at the beginning of March or February, and then a final part at the end of the season. Unless, of course, we get to playoffs or something like that. And, of course, if there's a chance we get far in one of the cup competitions, I will also include those. So it can change, but for now, there'll be 4 parts of the season. That way, hopefully, we can get through this much quicker. Otherwise, it's going to take so long for us to get anywhere, because I've got the other 2 series going. I want to finish those off as well. I'm trying to go with a clean slate on the FM series, so we can start one main one in the future. So I want to try and get them all to an ending, so I think this is the best way, because this is going to take a long time, I feel like, possibly. It could be really quick, but it could also take a long time. So I think that's best for you guys, because obviously you guys are probably going on to other series. It's been a long time, and it's good for me, because it means then I can get through this as quickly as possible. Because at the moment, things have been kind of samey, I feel like. I don't want it to get too stale. That's what we're saying from this point. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comment section. Are you guys okay with that? Does that put you off? I think it's fine, because I say we've got the other series going on the channel, which are more every month, like the Swansea one. Obviously, though, we'll see. I'd love to know what you guys think. But let's go over the club. At the moment, we are worth quite a bit of money. Finances, looking pretty good. Very happy with the club finances. And there's kind of a reason for that. There's kind of a reason for that. Now, transfers are not finished, obviously. We can do more. But you're going to see something big has happened. Oh! What is this? £750,000 we brought in. Mark Cunningham, our young defensive midfielder, really liked him. He was only 20 years old, and he's still so good. I really liked him, but he was bought from us from Nottingham Forest. They offered £750,000, which I think was his release clause, if I remember correctly. And the board basically just said, we have to take it. So they took the offer. Nottingham Forest gave us £750,000. He's valued at £500 now. So I feel like we did get quite a good offer. But the problem is that with all that money, well, of course, now I have a lot of cash to spend. Look at this. 600,000 and 8,000 wage budget. We have so much money to spend, but I have no one to spend it on. There are no players who are willing to come to our club. I can't find any players that are better than ours at the moment. The only ones I've been able to brought in are these ones, but I've been trying to find other players to improve the squad, and it's been so difficult. So I'm kind of annoyed. I'd rather probably not have sold him, personally, just because I don't think we can actually replace him. But then again, that is a lot of money, and that's really good for the club, I guess. So that's why our finances are so good. You know, our scouting budget is really good. Billy Murphy has left the club. He just deteriorated too much last season. It was time for the last stalwart of the Roman army to leave. We thank you, Billy Murphy, for your grand service as captain and player of the club. So many years. So many years. Came all the way from the bottom to the top with us. So yeah, it was fun, but we had to say goodbye. Monfy also left. Compared to the other centre-backs we have, he's just not as good, so he had to go. Elliot Johnson, I didn't think was that good last season, even as a backup, so I decided just to let him go and bring in... I felt this season, because of our performance from last season, we could bring in better players. That was kind of my thinking. At the start of this transfer season, I was thinking, okay, we did really well last season. Hopefully people have seen that. Hopefully we can get some good players. So I let quite a few good backup players go, because I felt we could, get even better players than them, and our first team players could become backups. But instead, that did not happen. Ryan Wintle also left. Good backup, but I felt we could probably do better now. Lloyd Kelly as well. You can see I let go quite a few of the backups. Stuart Richards just never could perform as well as like Junior or someone else. Michael Ashton has also left, one of the players from our own youth facility. He just never was going to cut it. He never was going to make it. We just kind of climbed through the leagues quicker than he could keep up, sadly. So there we go. Bob Bruce as well, same situation as Ashton. We just climbed the leagues too quickly for them to both keep up. Other than that, lots of young players left and Mark Cunningham. So yeah, a lot of changes happened. Let's see who we brought in, though. Was it worth it? Could we bring in better players? Like I said before, though, I've been very disappointed so far, but there still is time. There's still time. We have a lot. We can literally bring anyone who's willing to come to the club and is a good player, I can get. The problem is finding those players. Not been easy. We brought in David Holmes. This is obviously a regen. He is a midfielder, as you can see here. Kind of a replacement for Cunningham. He's not as good as Cunningham, really, but not too bad. He's 22 years old, valued at 155,000. You can see his physicals are pretty good. He's got good mental, and he's got some he's got it when it counts. Marking, passing, tackling. That's all we need him to be able to do. He was formerly at Sheffield Wednesday. He's had time in League 2, but that was a couple of years ago, and he got 6.8. But I'm hoping he's improved now, and he can be a good backup. He's not our first team, he's just more of a backup midfielder. We have some good midfielders, so I'm not too concerned about the midfield. We also brought in Ben Hinchcliffe. Ben Hinchcliffe is now, if I remember correctly, the captain at the club. He's got a bit of experience on him. He's 26 years old, so he's a young player, but he has good leadership. 14 leadership. Also, the players that have been around at the club for a while and a bit older, I'm just not sure if they're going to get in the team all the time. So I decided to give it to this guy. He's a very good ability player, 325,000 value. Looks pretty good. He should be better than Junior, but we said that before. So I'm using him as kind of like a replacement for Junior for now, for this season. We'll see how things go, of course. Maybe he can replace Junior. Maybe Junior's just going to keep scoring. But we needed someone to help Junior get goals. Junior, we can't rely on him. If he gets injured, like he did last season sometimes, we were kind of down. So I think he's a really good signing for us. We also brought in Zeki Friars on a free. He's kind of a left back. He can play centre back. But he's not amazing. He kind of just replaced, what's his name, Elliot Johnson as a backup. He's 31 years old. He's got a lot of experience. My coaches say he's not very good, but I think he's better than they think, because based upon his history, he's played in the Championship and stuff. I'm hoping coming down to League One, last season he had 10 games, 6.9 with Portsmouth. I'm hoping maybe that experience he can use with us, just to help out the other players. He's not going to be in the first team, he's just a backup for now. So I say, really just, I let go lots of backup players, hoping to bring in first team players to replace them. And instead I had to find mostly more backup players. So it was kind of a disaster, and this is just because I couldn't find players. Tom Anderson is a new centre-back with us. He's okay, he's overall pretty good, he's just a bit slow. Jump and reach 16, strength 13, heading 14, marking 13. He's a good wall. Tackling's not the best, but that's fine. History-wise, he's been at Wimbledon in League 2, where he's not had the best of times, but I say, I've just been trying to find... He's been in League 1, he's been good at Peterborough in League 1. So I'm hoping he can refine that form in League 1. But I say, I've just been trying to find backup players. It's in such a hard transfer season, really. And then we just brought in Nick Hayes. Now, Nick Hayes is now our new goalkeeper. I said before I wanted a new goalkeeper. Nick Hayes, my staff say, are really good. They say he should be able to help us out, be the new first-team goalkeeper. Very good at one-on-ones, reflexes, and aerial reach. I usually quite like those three quite a lot for my goalkeepers. Command of area is one that I normally would like as well, but he doesn't have that. 25 years old, was at Ipswich, never really got much chance to play, but many years ago he did play in League 1, and he did okay. He did okay for that age, so I'm hoping he's improved since then, and we can use that. So you can see there, the transfers, not exciting. Not exciting really at all. Our staff are still some of the best in the league right now. Good times, good times. Just seems there's any changes. I don't think there was. Oh, Matt Williams. Yes, we got a new head of youth development. Matt Williams is our new head here. When it comes to his achievements, he's kind of been head of youth development at Forest Green and Torquay. But he looks pretty good. So I brought him in, and you can see here, look at that. Great staff. Great staff. Maybe that's what's helping us do so well. At the moment, I am looking at some other players, as you guys can see here, as well as looking at my scouting. There's definitely going to be a possibility of seeing new players come in, but I'll tell you what, it has been damn well difficult. Damn well difficult it has, but let's get into the new season. As we can see here, Norwich is down in League 1. Oh, dearie me. Birmingham, obviously, from last season. Let's see if there's any other surprises down here. Not particularly, actually. Nothing really stands out to me just from that. Yeah, I guess Norwich kind of is the biggest surprise down here. For our first game of the season, we got a match against Colchester. Colchester United. They just got relegated from the Championship, so there'll be high expectations from them. Media prediction is 4th. You can see here, yeah, impressive facilities, but there's no stars. Definitely a bug. Definitely a bug. Their best player is James Weir, midfielder. Have they changed much in their team? Looks as they let go of quite a few players, and they only brought in 4 other players, James Weir being one of them. Okay, so this could be a tough game. They're one of the favourites this season. When it comes to the friendlies, we've won 3 out of 4, and we even drew with Hull. So you can see they're looking pretty good at the moment. In the first match, if it will load up, we scored with Philip Scott in the first one against Millwall. Then we played against Hull, and James Tilley scored. Then against Kettering, obviously a team we should be beaten anyway, Joseph Oluwu, James Tilley, and against Yate 4-2. Another team we should beat. Tom Anderson, Jack Dunn scored 2 goals, and Junior, of course. Junior, we can still rely on him to get us the goals, but we need other players to also help him. So this is what the team looks like this year. I've gone for a more of attacking formation because last season we did really well. Far better than our expectations, and obviously Cunningham has left. You know, I did think he was a good player. I mean, he did sometimes get, you know, too many yellow cards and stuff, and it is a lot of money, but I don't know. I mean, I guess with that money we could probably expand the stadium, so that's probably a good thing from it. It's just the fact that I can't use it. I can't bring any players, basically. But yes. Okay, so Hinchcliffe is up front. Our new striker should be pretty good, hopefully. 26 years old. James Tilley on the wing there. Still looking really good. We have to get promotion this season, or he has asked to leave. So, yeah. And his contract expires at the end of the season. So, yeah. We kind of have to get promoted to keep him. And he's a really good player. Chaplin is gone as our attacking midfielder. Because, obviously, last season he wasn't the best as a striker. But his main role is the attacking midfield role. I'm hoping we can put him back there behind our new striker. And they can work together. We didn't really get to see him do that, obviously, because we were trying to play a bit more defensive last season. But this time, hopefully, going for a more striker formation might push us into the playoffs. Jack Dunn still with us at 29 years old. Still does pretty well. He's on and off, but when he's on, he's on. He is on. Mackenzie in midfield, of course. Really good player. I've really enjoyed seeing Mackenzie come up to our team, obviously. He was playing in the non-leagues, and then we brought him up to League 2. And he just plays well. He's just a player that's okay at everything. You can rely on him. And we've also got Griffiths, probably our best midfielder in the team. He can still improve at 24 years old. Had a good season last year. Bowler as our left back. He had a good season last year, if I remember correctly. 6.95. For a player that's only said to be 2.5 stars, you know, he plays well. He plays really well. And he's one of those players that tells you stars don't matter. Anderson is in the first team at the moment. With him at the back is Wilkinson, who was really good last season as well. And Reese Bennett as the right back, that experienced back there. And then we got our young goalkeeper, Nick Hayes. This definitely looks better than last season, really. The only kind of sad thing is not having Kasumu, the loan player we got from Swansea last year. He got let go by Swansea, but he won't sign a contract with us. Maybe in September. Maybe if we go a bit further ahead, maybe Kasumu, I might be able to bring him to Bath. But I think he's expecting a lot more than our team, sadly. So we don't have him, we don't have Cunningham. But, you know, we've got Nick Hayes now. Anderson's slightly better than our other, you know, centre-backs like Oluwu, apparently. Only slightly, they say. But Oluwu can still improve at 24 years old. So I still like him. He's still a backup. Nick Hayes is definitely better than Connaughton. We also obviously have Chaplin now being able to go in his attacking midfield, which I guess is kind of comparative to Cunningham. And Hinchcliffe up front should be able to help Junior get the goals. So you can see this is our kind of team on the bench. Junior, Semedo. Semedo's still here. We need a better winger, though. Luke Colson actually probably should be ahead of him. Possibly. Kuya, Holmes, that new young English defensive midfielder. He's kind of on the bench. Oluwu, Leyland, and Coddington. So you can see a lot of the older players have been for a while, like Coddington, Leyland, Oluwu, Kuya, Junior. They're all on the bench, so I didn't want to make any of them the captain. Also, a lot of them aren't that good at leadership, so yeah. You can see from the old kind of players have been with us for quite a while. Would probably include... Bowler's been with us a little bit. Mackenzie's been with us a little bit. Jack Dunn has as well. That's really it. But Hinchcliffe is like a good leader. We need more players, though. That's something I can't stress. There definitely will be some new players. Yusuf is actually in our under-23s right now, because obviously we've got a new goalkeeper, but we'll see. I always like Yusuf. Really glad to have him on board. But here we go. Hopefully this will be a new team, a new season, a new day, and a new schedule, you know? Every 3 months we'll go through. So that means time will go a lot quicker. Maybe if we get to the Premier League, if we ever did that, I would put it back to 1 every month. But we'll see. My main aim has always been to get this team to the Premier League. I've gotten a team from the National League to the Premier League before, and won the Premier League. I think that was Forest Green, but that was like 2014. I've never actually tried to get a Vanarama North or South team into the Premier League, so I kind of really want us to do it with Bath, because that means I can say I've done that, even if it is in the year previous Football Manager. But yes, go out there and impress me. First game of the season. Everyone's watching. Do us proud. Extended, of course, yeah, because the last game of the season. Here we are. Can we get promoted this season? It's going to be difficult with teams like Norwich and stuff coming down. I think it's going to be a tough season. Getting promoted automatically is kind of unlikely, only 2 teams. But going through the playoffs again, as I said before, I really don't want to have to do. They might have a red card already, though. And goal with a pretty silly tackle right there. And it's a red card. There we go. That makes me feel pretty good. I'm feeling quite confident here. But as I was saying, yeah, going for the playoffs, I don't really want to do. I don't feel that. Hinchcliffe. Oh, look at that. Tilly and Hinchcliffe going. So I had to stop talking just because I could see it possibly coming. And I'm glad that I stopped talking. Hinchcliffe, debut, and a goal. What a great day. But yes, obviously we're confident about playoffs, but it's not luck, but you know, there's so many variables. It's very easy just to lose one game in the playoffs and then you can't get promoted, even if you come third, you know. It's frustrating. And so I don't really have to go through that again and put it up to chance. I really just want to get promoted and just know that we have. So hopefully this season, the aim is to get to the playoffs for me personally, but for the club, obviously, it's just avoid relegation. The club doesn't care. They're just hoping we don't get relegated. The media and stuff still don't rate us. We're still 24th because, you know, our club reputation is still tiny compared to the other teams in this league. You got to remember, the media is basically all saying this Bath journey can't continue. There's got to be a point when it kind of falls off the wheels, falls off the wagon or something. But so far, we keep defying all expectations. And I feel like when you get that going, you're going to do great things. But it just depends how long it takes. Griffiths gets it to Hinchcliffe. Get to the Dunn. Ooh, a good attempt there by Dunn. But Fulton was having none of it. And they got a free kick. Remember, we are a man up. They have 1 man down. We really shouldn't be losing this when we're in a 1-0 position. Hopefully something doesn't go dramatically wrong. It's only a 1-goal lead. But beating Colchester here, a team who just got relegated, away from home, would be a great start to the season and make me think that this could be the season. This could be the season. But we'll have to wait and see. Probably also when I do the parts every 3 months, we'll probably show 2 live games rather than 1. Like I say, we'll see how things go. I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comment section first before I go ahead with that. Because this is my thinking, so we can just get through it as quickly as possible and move on to things, to do more interesting things in FM18. That's just my thinking. I'm not trying to say I don't like this series anymore. I'm bored of it. I still love it. The problem is it's just going to take so long, so I have to keep waiting to do the next part. I've got too many things going these days. Too many things. Mackenzie with the ball. Chaplin. Griffiths. Good ball to Tilly. Can Tilly do anything? He gets it to Hinchcliffe. And a powerful strike there by Hinchcliffe makes it 2-0. Tilly and Hinchcliffe, they've only just come to the club and they know each other like, you know, chocolate and peanut butter. Chocolate and peanut butter. Don't know why I said chocolate and peanut butter. In England, that's not really a common mix. I know it's more of an American thing, but damn American culture, you've influenced me too much. I don't even eat peanut butter and chocolate, but I still know that they go together well, apparently. Then again, though, I will say this, though. I am a fan of, well, I'm going to say this. Not necessarily a fan of it specifically, but I'm a fan of the meal. You know, pancakes, bacon, and syrup. Oh, my God. Ah, oh, pancakes, bacon, and syrup. Oh, they are delicious. God damn. Oh, damn. Those are delicious. Gotta say, they go well. Yeah, I'm not specifically that interested in the syrup and the, you know, bacon. It tastes pretty good, but it has to have the pancakes. I mean, if you just gave me bacon and syrup, to me, nah. Not that bothered. If you give me the pancakes with it, though, gave the pancakes as well? Gosh darn, I'm going to fall in love with you. That's all I can say right now. Griffiths, get to the chaplain. Good attempt, but, you know, he's far away. You got to give him that. But, no, I'm very happy so far. But it's hard to say, though, in this match because they are a man down. So it could just be that. That makes us look good. But the play between Tilly and Hinchcliffe could be a good sign. I think Hinchcliffe is a good signing for us. But it's just the fact that Junior can't play then. That's the only thing that upsets me. I was almost thinking going with 2 strikers, but I just felt like, you know, maybe we got to just take we got to take the pressure off Junior maybe a little bit and allow someone else to take some of it. So I've gone for that. We'll see how it goes. We only have really 2 good strikers. So again, that's another reason why I don't want to go with both of them attacking, because if we play both of them and one of them gets injured, we're in a little bit of trouble. So we can't be having them get injured. So that's why I'm only replaying one of them as well. Unless we can find another amazing striker before the end of the transfer window, which is possible, but so far my scouts have not brought me any particularly outstanding ones. Guys, remember, the way I like to play Football Manager is when I do the scouting and stuff, I try and only sign people on my shortlist. These are people that my scouts have brought me or players that have appeared up to us at any point in time. Just how I like to play. It makes it feel a bit more realistic. You got to rely on your staff a little bit more, which, you know, makes sense in the actual football world, and that's why I like to do it. Okay, Clark. Okay, not the best of free kicks, but that's fine. Which you can see I like to obviously bring in good staff members. I think that's an important part of a team, especially with the way that I play. Wilkinson with a great tackle there. Great job. Almost worried that might be a penalty. Mackenzie, Griffiths hits it. Okay, Griffiths hits the ball on Chaplin, so they gave Colchester a chance, but it wasn't meant to be. We should be winning this match, and that puts us in 2nd in the league. Guys, we're 2nd in the league. We're in automatic promotion position. That's what we want to see. That is what we want to see. 6,900 people have come out today. 200 from Bath. 200 people travelled all the way from Bath to Colchester just to see us win. What great lads and ladies. Lads and ladies, of course. Griffiths, Mackenzie. Okay. Good job, Mackenzie. I might take you off because you have a yellow card. And you're at 69%. So let's take him off Kuya. You're on ball winning, so let's just go for central midfielder. Jack Dunn's looking a bit tired there, but do I want to take him off? Let's take him off. Let's take him off. We'll bring on Semedo. I just don't want to bring on Semedo, really. That was kind of the thinking there. We'll put Tilly on the other side. Semedo, support. No, you can go support because Chapman can go attack. Anderson, he's got a yellow card though, but he's tired. Both centre-backs are slightly tired. Let's bring on Joseph Oluwu. There we go. So we made some changes. All changes I can make. I always never want to do that. It's weird. I always do 3 changes at the same time. I keep saying to myself, I don't want to do that. But I always end up doing it. Because when I go and do one change, I always look and go, actually, you know what? He can change as well. And he could change. And I always end up making 3 different changes. Maybe I need to plan a bit better. Maybe I need to plan a bit better about how I'm going to go about with my substitutes. But here we go, getting down to the last 15 minutes. Feeling pretty confident, pretty good. Look at that, the first minute red card. Wow. Colchester, I don't know what to say. I mean, there's unluckiness, but that's kind of probably more stupidity, to be honest. He kind of just led down on the floor, put his feet up, and a good strike there, but a little bit off. But we've got to say, Nick Hayes, he's got a clean sheet today, you know. 10 shots, only 2 on target, though. So, I mean, he's not had too much to do. We'll say the defenders did a great job for him, then. And we got the last minute of the game. Only 2-0, you know, for a team with a red card. I'll take it. You know what, I'll take it. We saw some good play there. The midfielders seem to connect quite well. Obviously, Tilly and is it Hinchcliffe? I've forgotten his name now. I just brought him in. I can't remember his name. They both seem to connect really well. And the defense were able to cope. Obviously, the other team had 1 less man, but they still did not let them waver and let in a stupid goal or anything. So, overall, you know what? I don't think I can complain. Maybe the transfers have not been great this season, but maybe a couple of these transfers might be all we need to push us to the next level. We'll have to wait and see. Hinchcliffe impresses. Well, there we go, guys. Hopefully this is the start of a great season. We'll see if we can bring in some more players as well. I've got the money now. But if we're not back on, you know, I guess September the 1st, the game, you know, the big game, Plymouth here, we'll be back, I guess, probably in December. It's like 1, 2, 3. Probably maybe for the Colchester. Oh, that's this game. Okay, maybe not that game. Maybe we'll come back against Chesterfield. There we go. We'll be back next time, probably against Chesterfield, possibly. Though I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. I've been NG Paradox, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.